We'll see who I'm cracking up next, okay? Okay, okay, we'll see who I'm cracking up next, okay? You woke up in pain today, I'm Dr. G, I'll take the pain away. You woke up in pain today, I'm Dr. G.
What's up, y'all? It's Molly Fun Size here. Welcome to Fun Size Fundamentals. I call this project 25. So I've recently just turned 26, and I just thought I'd do a self-reflection on what it meant to be 25. And I would say it was definitely one of the longest, maybe dramatic, just eventful, self-reflective year. And it's just a lot to think about, a lot to review, and 25 is just kind of a weird age. So broad ideas of what it means to be 25. You have to start thinking about health insurance, because if you are on health insurance, you have health insurance from your parent or guardian or such like that. You have to start thinking about how to get your own health insurance. Midway through 30, like you're almost to 30s, midlife crisis time, where you're just freaking out like, what am I doing with my life? Have I done anything? A lot of people are getting married around this time. They either starting to have kids or already have kids, maybe even two or three kids by now, and just settling down and just starting their long-term life plan, I guess. You know, like people are graduating college, and then there are people like already retired. So it's definitely a mixed bag. What I learned in boarding school is life is a journey for which you must create for yourself. And if you don't create it for yourself, someone's going to definitely try and write the schedule for you. And that may not be what you want it to be. Sit down and research, you know, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 towards like what that goal is. Because I feel like in life, just growing up, we all have like a broad sense of, I want to do this by this time, such and such, but we don't really even learn that in school of like how to take it step by step to get to where we want to go. We just think that by the time we get there, we already have it, or it just naturally we'll just figure it out. But it's a lot easier to own a business than you think. You can literally just go online, fill out the form, pay, I think it was like $110 or something like that, depending on the fee for like state and area, like less than $200 I would say, and boom, you already have like the name of your business already bought, and you can just go on starting your company. I mean, there's a lot more to it. Of course, you have to have like, you know, the product or the service figured out, maybe even a website to help, business cards, advertisements, such and such, customer bases. There's a lot more details, but like in the grand schemes of even just starting, just the ownership itself, and maybe easier to obtain than we think it is. What I've done so far being 25, and am I proud of it? So far I've worked. Mental health is important. Mental health is definitely important, like #1 priority. Like we should definitely take time to learn ourselves, love ourselves, and do mental health. That's definitely easier said than done, but definitely. So I definitely had some mental breakdowns. I didn't even know I could have those before, but I had those. Definitely some gray periods, some black periods where it's just a lot of days, even some weeks just blurred together, just mush, just like slouch, trying to get through the day, trying to get through work, trying to just not even think about it, just hoping the next day is better, and the next day is just as bad, if not worse, just sluggish and just draining, and just don't even want to go through it, you know, but I have to. I gotta pay the bills. Multiple jobs, like up to 5. It didn't start off that way. I definitely was only working, starting off 3 jobs, 2 every day, bare minimum. I would say the money was nice compared to like the job I had prior, which was just 1 job with an occasional, sometimes 2nd job. However, the length of how far away I had to drive and the price of gas at the time, making $2 more and working longer hours, it didn't feel like it was making a difference. Like the difference in payment was like going towards gas, car repairs, oil change. Like I didn't really make a dent in paying down my debt and bills and stuff like that. So a nice experience. I wrote some music that I'm really proud of, really excited. I think my favorites out of the bits that I made was Tuesday, Here Right Now, Keep Your Head Up. Top 3 top tier songs that I've written. Tuesday because I just wrote it on the way to work, and just how the lyrics just kind of flowed to me, and I'm kind of just like really doing self-reflection, analyzing of my life. Like, I'm 25, and like, what am I doing in my life? Like, what am I going, like, job to job to job, but like, what is my outcome? What is my goal? Here right now, me being sassy, kind of flirty, but definitely just sassy. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I wish I could have done this, or shoulda did this, da da da, but like, we could do it right now. Like, whatever I'm shoulda, coulda, woulda, I could still do it right here, right now. You know what I mean? If I can't, then we gotta find a new plan, find a new movement. But like, keep your head up. I really like that song. It makes me, sometimes when I sing it, I think of the more formal keep your head up. Like, keep your head up, don't say you love him. Oh, that song is gorgeous. That's not what my song is about though. It's kind of just like, I paid all my bills, I'm absolutely broke, I'm stressed out, but I'm gonna be okay. Like, I'm gonna be okay. Like, at least the bills are paid. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing more I can do than right now. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm working. I'm being productive. Like, keep my head up, stay positive. These tough times are gonna get through. I even made like a whole EP explained interview video series about the music that I've made so far, my EPs, and like how I got started, how I became a rapper. Keeks in the building. You only fun size rapper here. And I really like that project. I really am proud of that. It's not my best cinematography work compared to my short film Grief and Recovery, but as far as like information and like background knowledge, I feel like I'm really proud of it. New series I've been working on, What Is That? Larry's Explained commentary, the thought process behind the songs and like what they can mean. Usually whenever I post What Is That type of video, I also post one of my own songs, so when watching my like lyric analysis, they can definitely come critique my music. I'm not like professional top tier. I still think I'm the dopest, hands down, underground dope. Okay, like swagtastic. However, definitely it's just like when we make music, what are we making music for? Are we just saying just to say it? We're just saying the same spew that sounds like every other song on the radio. The message though, is it just like word jibber jabber, you know, word poetry, or is it like actually saying something? Which is okay if it don't say something, you know, or it doesn't have a message like profound that will change the world or something, or a self-reflection. It's just like there's different types of raps and music, and I really like those. And some of my songs are like that for me. They're like definitely wordplay and puns, and like I have some uplifting messages in my music, so it's not all like jibber jabber, all about the money, I'm swag-tastic, I'm this and that, blah blah blah, you know. So I got to work on a film, which is exciting. Not like a personal project film, like actual film project for someone else, a different company. I'm really proud of. I think it's cool. I haven't had a chance to see the whole film. I'm like kind of proud. Like, I saw some clips of me on the screen. I'm like, man, I look good. Okay, like I look pretty good. I think my hair looks good, my makeup looks good, and I'm so amateur when it comes to the makeup and the wigs and the stuff. I'm so top tier amateur, but I look so good. I look so good, let me tell you. That was really exciting. Like, I wish I could have stayed on production. I wish I could have stayed editing. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. So, a lot of things. I should have overcame. I should have said no to some people in relationships. I should have walked away when I had the time to, and went back to the said production, you know, and continued my career focused path with that, and not let someone else's things get in the way of my path and my goal and what I wanted for myself. So sometimes, you know, we look back and we're like, if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for that, but like, what could we have done? But hey, you live and you learn, you know, pray bridges aren't burned, and we keep it moving. Things I am not proud of that I've done. Like, a lot of like healing that needed to be done, a lot of growth that needed to be had, a lot of recession that kind of went through. Not like recession as in financial, recession as in like, instead of progression, it was recession. I went backwards. We don't need to do that. We don't need to go backwards. You know, learn our lessons, learn our life cycles, and like learn what we need to learn, and don't repeat those things. I quit a job. I didn't even put in a 2 weeks notice, and that's not something I would normally do. Like, I definitely would put in 2 weeks notice, like let them know the professionalism, because, you know, in case I really do want to come back, which sometimes I think about I want to go back to that job or not. I think about the pros and cons and like situations and why I even left, for why I would want to come back. But like, even still, like, I hurt, at least professionally, the chance of it, because I didn't put in a 2 weeks notice, which is very needed. You know what I mean? Like, I've never done that before. I never thought I would ever do that before, and I didn't even feel like myself. Cloudy, like sluggish mental breakdown. Like, I did not feel like myself for weeks. It could have been the relationship that I was in with myself and with another person, It was not healthy. It was not mature. It was not the type of relationship that I wanted for platonic, even romantic, you know, self-growth type of thing, even with myself. It didn't start off that way, of course it never does, but definitely lots of red flags that I just ignore and just, or maybe I'm just being too sensitive, or maybe, you know, like I just need to get used to that's how that person is, and that's just, and it went too far, too quickly, too fast, but it felt like years, and it was a couple months, you know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense. I never thought like sometimes you'd be in a relationship and be like, wow, it's been like 2 years already. No, it was like, this is dragging on. I'm drained and exhausted, and it's been a couple months, you know. The relationship was almost a year, and I wish I would have just like loved myself, or like woke up from this fogginess that I was in and left. I admit I did leave several times. I did break up, like stay broken up, stay away from me, blah blah blah. A lot of precautions that I never thought I would take, or ever desired to take, I had to take legally. If I don't bring in legal reinforcements, trigger warning, I apologize, but like being choked out to near death, and like beaten up, and like punched, kicked, slammed, like tackled, like I've been in like I'm gonna die type of situations. My friend, I could have like left way sooner in the relationship. I did what I could communication wise. I've definitely stated like if I consented to something or did not consent to something. I made it very, very, very clear. Times I did not consent, that I did not consent, that did not want these things, you know, several different ways of saying the same phrase to make it very clear that that's not what I wanted. I'm thankful to not be in that situation. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful to still be here. And I would highly, highly, highly recommend to like everyone, like women, men, children, adults, I highly recommend like leave at the like soonest red flag. You know what I mean? Like if you make a list of things that you are not okay with, and you've highly expressed that you are not okay with this, and that it continues to happen even the second time, please leave and make safe precautions to distance yourself from this individual, or, you know, other significant other. I definitely say 25 broke me. This is something like, it's kind of sad, but it's not kind of sad. If I get teary, forgive me. I don't know. I'm emotional at this topic. It's dumb for me to be emotional, but I attempted to the fullest degree of what that word means. I attempted to be a mother, which is huge. That's huge for me. All of my life definitely was very precautious when it came to sexual activity and trying to make sure that I don't get pregnant. Like definitely condoms, birth control pills, the IUD insertion. Like definitely was precaution on STDs and pregnancy. So the most, I say, permanent decision of life, like forget marriage and like tattoos, which I have plenty of. This is like more like higher on the list of like life-changing things for me, like for my life and my goals, my plans of what I wanted to do so far in my life. Being a mother, like first of all, I thought I'd be a mother way sooner. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to have a child. Also in that same relationship that was not healthy. That was not a smart move, cupcake. Like that's not smart. Have a healthy relationship with the person if you're gonna have a child, because that's a lifelong commitment. Relationship wise, for you, for that person, for their families, for the trauma that could happen, like the child development of the child, how they could like grow in the future and what they're gonna become like, you know, it's a lot of factors to think about, which I always sat and thought about, like the type of person I would want, and like our characteristics, and like our drive and our passions, and how we're gonna go about raising the child, like faith-wise, financial-wise, security-wise, life plan, how we're gonna teach the child, you know, like different things like that. I really thought about, like I took a lot of consideration, and I guess why I'm so old. The fact that I tried, like, which is, I guess I've been told that this is weird to do this, but like I think it's weird to not do this, but to, you know, plan your kid, plan it out. I definitely was like I bought the baby shoes, I bought the baby clothes, I bought the onesies, I had the jumpsuits, I had like the little booties. I have a pair myself. I've always wanted a pair like Tim's. It's called Timberlands. I have the off-brand Timberlands. I don't care. It's still the stylish shoe. I always wanted those for myself. And I even bought like the little baby ones. Little baby ones for the baby so we could match. I thought I'd be like, oh my god, I was so excited. Like, boy or girl, the outfits that I had was like unisex. There was like definitely like some purples in there, some yellows, some blues, and like browns. I don't have clothes anymore because I got really depressed and then I broke down and like threw them all away when I realized I wasn't gonna have the kid. And yeah, but so I kind of just broke down and threw them away. I should have done that. I had the bottles ready. I had some diapers. You know, I was gonna wait to buy the wipes because you don't want them dried out. You know, I had the diapers. I had the bottles. I had the bottles cleaner. I had the pacifiers. I had the clear plugs that you cover the electrical outlets. You know, kids, babies rolling around. I mean, it's newborn, but still, just like thinking ahead. I had the toys. I had the books ready. I had a baby blanket for its bed. I had to like go get a crib, but I wanted to, you know, wait till a little bit till I find the best crib, you know what I mean? But like baby pillow, like I would definitely say all I would have needed was the actual baby food, and baby wipes. And I would have been set for like a while. Like I had newborn to like 3 and 3 to 6, even some 9 to 12. Like I was set. Oh my god, I'm getting sad. Like, my baby was decked out, okay? My baby was decked out. They were gonna look the flyest. I tried for months. Months and months, didn't work. And then I got free from the toxic relationship, thank goodness. Thank goodness for both of us, because we were toxic to each other. Let's keep it real, I wasn't an angel at all. I definitely was sometimes mouthy. And I tried again. Re in contact with an old flame. I would say like I won't say first love because I was older when I met this gentleman, but like definitely like someone that I guess I tried to have a child with in the past, and it didn't work because I was on birth control and I didn't think to take the birth control out. I just kind of hoped maybe it would work even though I'm on birth control. Birth control works, ladies. Do it correctly and it works. Either way, I wish I didn't have it at that time. It would have made more sense to have the baby at that time than it did now, which still made sense to do it now, but better at that time was the best time ever. Didn't happen. Anyway, we reunited the what we call situational ship flame of that relationship and attempted again. Definitely was more thought out in my attempts and more planned and scheduling and stuff like that, and like almost. I'm kind of more sad about that one than the first one. Residue of my relationship from the first gentleman had remaining bad situations that needed to be cleared up, that kind of took away the opportunity of growth for the baby in my womb. Had to get some things fixed and cleared and cleaned and reprogrammed and took away any attempts made for the child. So that was my fault. That was completely my fault. I should have went to the doctors and made sure I was absolutely okay and prepared and ready. Had to get some things done, and timing was just terrible. That's my fault. My changed perspective of life. Yes, I definitely have a different perspective of life from 24 to 25. Definitely different. Even 25 to 26, and it's only been a couple days, to be honest. I had a, I guess, a midlife, quarter life crisis. What I'm doing, where am I going with things? Like, am I on track to what I wanted for myself at this age? No, because again, I'm not married. I don't have children. In the steps of what I wanted to do, like I was on a production set. I was working, I had my company, Public Films and Photos. So I was actually like having gigs and events and like, you know, taking pictures and like doing videos. Not top tier of what I wanted, but again, going through my mental breakdown blur of like life and deep struggling And I was sober, so I'm confused of like how that even happened, to be completely honest with you. But like just deep struggling, just grief, just so deep in grief, so deep of like blur of life, and like not understanding or mentally functioning the way I normally am. Like my intelligence just dropped, my thought process, my moral, I would say my morals, but my perspective of life just dropped, my motivation to take care of myself, and like it just everything just plummeted. And I'm just not where I was. Still actively doing more than I was the year before, like, you know, working on my company, having events, having gigs, you know, having a small stream coming in, and working on projects, working on music, still like sluggishly getting through life, but like, you know, progressing. And I wasn't so focused on my company. I was kind of just not promoting it anymore, not really going out towards gigs and events, kind of just slowing down on that. Getting kind of pulled away from the production. Choose your company wisely. When you're going and you're progressing and you're going places in life, be careful who you're bringing with you, because they might not want you there. They might want to pull you away from it and slow you down. And I don't know, especially if your goals and perspective of life is different, and it could be, you know, a great thing towards them, a great opportunity for them too. People are different, so be careful who you bring with you, because my perspective of friendships, relationships definitely altered. With ourselves, put myself first, love myself first. So this person isn't treating me how I want to be treated. Why am I tolerating it? You know, why tolerate it for myself? Why tolerate it for other people? How I was starting to treat other people, like my anger and just outburst, and like I've definitely like yelled and cursed out people that I should have not. Just angry and feeling rejected, feeling isolated, feeling left out in situations, and then me lashing out on people because I feel like I'm purposely being left out. When I thought I expressed that I wanted to attend things and like be a part of situations and be there, and that it wasn't there, you know, and I like lashed out in the worst type of way. So that was not okay. That was definitely a drawback to myself that I need to check. People do that, things happen, life gets in the way, but we still need to stop, analyze ourselves and what we could have done better, what we can do better now, and how to go forward with that, how to communicate our hurt and things like that in a way that's not traumatic and like mean to other people. I'm 25 and I don't know. Like, I've had my whole life planned out, and I am where I need to be. I have my own place, my own car, I have jobs, I'm working, but I'm not where I want to be financially, you know, and content-wise and career-wise, and I'm not really hanging out, going out to parties, hanging out with friends like that. It's way different than what I thought. And things that have been outbursted to me, about me, towards me, have made me like change my whole perspective on like friendship, you know. Initially, like, what have I done wrong? Like, how could I communicate it different? How could I act different? But then like, why wasn't these concerns brought to me at a sooner time so I could have fixed and changed and like, you know, like do what I need to do to better the relationship, you know. And just feeling just so different of like, maybe I don't know who you are, maybe you don't know who I am, or maybe we're just not good for each other anymore. Maybe I can't help you any further, maybe I can't progress with you, or there's nothing I can do to help elevate you in a higher way that I thought I could, you know. Like, maybe my life and just me is just too triggering or just too much for someone, and I gotta leave the situation to make sure that they're in a better place. I'm not damaging them, I'm not lessening them, I'm not destroying them eternally more than I know so. And just step away from the situation and just be like, I'm sorry, let's just not be friends anymore. Like, I don't want to tear you down, and I don't want to tear myself down, and I don't want to keep tearing down other people. So I'll just pull myself away from the situation. Change perspective of relationships, but like trust. What we trust, who we trust. Even if we are at our best selves and we are at our purest and like all that good things, are we really receiving back the good that we think that we're putting out? Being faithful to a person, I mean like undeniably faithful to a person, not hanging out, like staying in the house, or going to work, or going to my events. I've been cheated on in my life by other boyfriends, definitely, for sure, like hands down been cheated on. It's one thing to have a baby with another woman. It's another thing to like bring home an STD Like, you're cheating, which I already don't like, but you can't even love me enough to put a condom on. You know what I mean? Or like love yourself enough to like really care and like put a condom on, and like you're having multiple partners, multiple women, there's multiple people in your phone. Like, I mean multiple people in your phone, different numbers here and there, saved numbers, not saved numbers, every time you go out to the club, every time you go out here, like this and that. And it's like, that's a lot of trust, that's a lot of hope, that's a lot for a quick sped through relationship that was not like short at all. And laid with this man and then tried to conceive a child, which means unprotected sex, something I've been my whole life just so like pristine and cautious and careful, and just like condoms, birth control and condoms, and no, clean and pure, I want to be clean and pure, I want to be safe, da 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 da, like my whole life. And then just to finally be like, all right, I want to be a mother, I want to do this, I want to take that leap, and to do everything that I thought was what I needed to do to stay clean, to be faithful, to be loyal, to literally pray, to like literally do what I thought was everything, and just have it just like like, what was I that bad of a girlfriend in the past to have deserved this type of karma? You know, like, I didn't sleep with anybody without a condom. I admit I did cheat like twice in a relationship. I do admit that. That person also cheated on me too, but we're not saying tit for tat. Myself, I did cheat. But did I that's my karma? That's what I deserve? Like, it was curable. I'm more than thankful that for me personally, just felt like so less than, so just hideous, disgusting of a person. Like, I didn't tell anybody for a long time. I didn't want to tell anybody. I wanted to get it cleaned and cleared up and be cool. And I was already suffering enough abuse and trauma from this individual. And then have my, like, your most trusted friends kind of like make jokes about it in a kind of a hurtful way of like shaming you. Which, I mean, they have every right to judge, I guess, in their situation compared to mine. They have every right to judge. And just to feel ashamed and just disgusted, like, it changed my whole perspective of life, relationships, trust, and just, I don't know, it definitely opened my eyes to just realize, like, I should not be as naive as I was and I have been. And even when I attempted again my second time, the gentleman that I wanted to try with, it definitely was some lessons there to be learned, that was my fault, things were my mistake, and things I should have had fixed and cleared and figured out before I was even in that situation again. So 25. It's so funny. 25 is so funny, okay? It's so funny. Different priorities. Like, priorities that I had. No, I definitely wanted to pay off my bills, pay off my credit cards. Just had a job that was paying the bills, but not paying all the bills. And I wasn't doing what I should have been to get a second job to keep up. I already had student loans. My check wasn't making enough to cover everything, just rent and like some of the bills. And so, you know, my credit card helped, but I wasn't keeping up on keeping it paid off, you know. And it kind of built up a little bit, a lot of it. And so definitely now compared to then is definitely keeping my bills paid. I mean, I keep a roof over my head, keep food on the plate, you know what I mean, keep warm. Pay off my debt. That's definitely top tier priority. Like, y'all don't even understand how bad I don't even want any of my debts, any loans, none of that. Like, just only paying bills sounds a-okay for me than paying bills and having the debt, you know what I mean? Like, just paying the bills and be like, mwah, I can do that. I don't know if I'm prioritizing the idea of being a mother right now. Like, if somehow in some way and the moon is orange, that situation arises and happens that I somehow become impregnated, I'm not gonna like not have child if I'm gifted by God to be able to carry it through. But I don't think that situation will be available to me anytime soon. So definitely trying to stay focused on my bills, stay focused on paying my debt off, and just working on myself. Again, going back through my trauma, healing it through, learning who I am now. I feel like I'm a way different person than I was even just a couple months ago. So relearning myself, relearning what I like, relearning what I'm gonna do, relearning how I am and my goals and stuff like that. Still making music. I still like to write a song here and there. Just starting new projects, starting new little things that make me happy. Proud of this wall, this beautiful wall. I really always wanted a wall like this, okay? Like I made this panda design, all of these. So I had a video editing class back at college. Nerd. You don't have to go to college if you don't need to. Figure out what you want to do before you go to college, let me tell you. Like, I already knew what I wanted to do, but I still had different avenues I could have done to get further in my career world. Know what you want to do before you take that leap, okay? Please. It's a lot of money. And I'm really happy I made this wall. I made this panda by hand, digitally, effects, all the details, all these designs, and like different aspirations in that program I made in class. And I'm really happy with it. I really love it. I'm really like small. It's a little thing, you know? And things I wish were different. I definitely wish I wouldn't have quit that job, especially the way that I did it. I wish I wouldn't have entered that relationship. It's been a while since I was in a relationship before that, and I like that I was by myself for a while. I definitely actively tried that. That was my main focus for that job, to not be in a relationship, to stay focused, you know, stay focused on the goal, stay focused on what I wanted to do, you know, don't get distracted by boys, drama, none of that. I definitely thought I was being very successful for a while to not have any of that. And it just took a few questions and a flirt and a number exchanged, and everything went out the window. So I definitely wish I wouldn't have entered that relationship. I should have said no. No thank you. I need to refrain from this for a while. I'm not in a good place to be in a relationship right now. I still have some things I need to fix. Oh man, 25. Like, square. Come on, for my nerds, my math nerds, we're a perfect square at 25. You can't be another perfect square until like you're 36. Goals for the future. I don't think I'm gonna be involved in any like romantic relationships. At bare minimum, I'm just hoping for like platonic friendships and developed communication. Learning myself, vibing. Getting out of debt. I pray to God, please. Let me grind hard enough that I can get my credit cards paid off and a good chunk of my student loans this year. Like, know what you want to do. Like, top tier A's student, lowest was like a B plus, B minus. I still gotta pay loans. Like, these scholarships didn't cover 100%. Nerd. That's just me. And that's it. I hope to make it to be a queen. Kings are great. You can be my king, you know, but I gotta be queen. Like Queen Elizabeth, top tier dog, you know. I wear the pants, but I'm wearing a dress or a skirt or the jeans, you feel me? Like, top tier. I sit with the kings, but I'm the queen, you feel me? A chess player. Anyway, what good could I bring to the world? And any remaining pieces of advice? Being 25, I can't say 1,000% that I brought good to the world, that I made it better. I can only hope that I did. I don't know if it brought any good. I can just hope. I left some thoughtful pieces of advice, some helpful, some lot of self-reflection that maybe someone could utilize to help better themselves, and be aware of situations that I've entered. My music, I hope, was inspiring, uplifting, like made someone smile and made a laugh. Good that I could bring into the world as 26. I don't know. Advice that I have for people: plan ahead. The best that you can, because life happens, things get in the way, things are changed, plans are altered, go off track. Still get back up, still pick back up, still try. Try to build a daily routine, a schedule, working out at the same time every day, eating a meal that's around the same time every day, cleaning and doing housework, creative work, creative projects, self-love, self-business projects, same time every day, at least 2 hours a day if possible. an hour a day at bare minimum. Read, you know, maybe a chapter a day, something like that. Try and do something consistently every day, if not the exact same time every day, because your schedule may be inconsistent like mine. Definitely make time for yourself. Projects that you've been putting off, do a tiny bit, and then be proud that you made that amount. Be happy and fulfilled and thrilled and like honored that you did that. Do a tiny bit every time, every day. Be proud of the little bit that you have done, and then keep going. That's all I got for now. So, I hope this is, I don't know, a resourceful video for people, a resourceful thing. It's just me kind of just blabbering about my life and where I've been and where I'm going. Me and all my personalities, Keeks, the fun size rapper, Fun Size, the advice inspirational person. It's your only Fun Size here. Welcome to Fun Size Fundamentals. But thank you for being here with me on this ride and this journey. It's Keeks, one only Fun Size. I am now a panda. And stay true, stay you, and stay beautiful. And welcome to the world of 26. I'm really excited to see where this goes. 26. I'm kind of nervous, kind of scared, but I pray it brings me a beautiful journey. Bye.